Welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video we are talking about top 10 places to visit in Australia. Australia is a sovereign country comprising the mainland of the Australian continent, the island of Tasmania, and numerous smaller islands. Although most of Australia is semi-arid or desert, the continent includes a diverse range of habitats from alpine heaths to tropical rainforests. Number 10, the Pinnacles. The Pinnacles are limestone formations within Nambung National Park, near the town of Cervantes, Western Australia. The area contains thousands of weathered limestone pillars. Some of the tallest pinnacles reach heights of up to 3.5 meters above the yellow sand base. Western grey kangaroos graze on the vegetation in the park, usually in the early morning. The kangaroos are considered quite tame, sometimes allowing quiet slow-moving visitors to approach them. Bodan's black cockatoos and emus are frequently observed in the park. Reptiles such as bobtails, sand goannas, and carpet pythons are a few of the other park inhabitants. The best season to visit the Pinnacles is in the months of August to October, as the days are mild and wildflowers, along with wattle, begin to bloom in the spring. Number 9, Karijini National Park. Karijini National Park is an Australian national park centred in the Hamersley Ranges of the Pilbara region in the northwestern section of Western Australia. The park is located north of the Tropic of Capricorn, 1,055 kilometres (656 miles) from the state's capital city, Perth. Formerly known as Hamersley Range National Park, the park was officially renamed in 1991. The park is located in the Pilbara region and is mostly tropical semi-arid climate. In summer, thunderstorms and cyclones are common, bringing 250 to 350 millimeters of rain annually. Temperatures on summer days frequently exceed 40 degrees Celsius, while winter nights can bring frost. The park's wildlife includes red kangaroos, euros, rock wallabies, echidnas, geckos, goannas, bats, legless lizards, and a large variety of birds and snakes, including pythons. Number 8, Cairns. Cairns is a city in Queensland, Australia, on the tropical northeast coast of far north Queensland. The population in June 2019 was 153,952, having grown on average 1.02% annually over the preceding 5 years. The city is the 5th most populous in Queensland and 14th in Australia. The city was founded in 1876 and named after Sir William Wellington Cairns, following the discovery of gold in the Hodgkinson River. Throughout the late 19th century, Cairns prospered from the settlement of Chinese immigrants who helped develop the region's agriculture. Cairns is a popular tourist destination because of its tropical climate and access to tropical rainforest and the Great Barrier Reef, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. The northern beaches of Cairns consist of a number of beach communities extending north along the coast. Cairns has hot, humid summers and very warm winters. Tourism plays a major part in the Cairns economy. This region is one of the most popular destinations for international tourists in Australia. In May 2003, the then Cairns mayor declared that topless sunbathing is permitted here. Number 7, Blue Mountains National Park. The Blue Mountains National Park is a protected national park that is located in the Blue Mountains region of New South Wales, in eastern Australia. The 267,954 hectare, 662,130 acre national park is situated approximately 80 kilometers west of Sydney, and the park boundary is quite irregular as it is broken up by roads, urban areas, and inholdings. Despite the name mountains, the area is an uplifted plateau, dissected by a number of larger rivers. The highest point in the park is Mount Werong at 1,215 meters above the sea level, while the low point is on the Nepean River at 20 meters above the sea level as it leaves the park. The national park is one of the 8 protected areas that, in 2000, was inscribed to form part of the UNESCO World Heritage listed Greater Blue Mountains area. The national park is renowned for the Three Sisters rock formation. Both north and south of Blackheath, the cliffs are the most spectacular as the rock faces are several hundreds meters tall. Number 6. Tasmania. Tasmania is an island state of Australia. It is located 240 kilometers to the south of the Australian mainland, separated from it by the Bass Strait. The state encompasses the main island of Tasmania, the 26th largest island in the world. It is Australia's least populated state. The state capital and largest city is Hobart, with around 40% of the population living in the Greater Hobart area. The main island was inhabited by Aboriginal peoples for up to 40,000 years before British colonization. The fastest and often the cheapest method of travel across Bass Strait is by air. The domestic sea route is serviced by two Spirit of Tasmania passenger vehicle ferries, based in Devonport, Tasmania. The ships travel daily in opposite directions between Devonport and Station Pier in Melbourne as overnight trips. Tasmania has a relatively cool temperate climate compared to the rest of Australia, spared from the hot summers of the mainland and experiencing 4 distinct seasons. Summer is from December to February. Number 5. Gold Coast, Queensland. The Gold Coast is a coastal city in the state of Queensland, Australia. The demonym for the Gold Coast is Gold Coaster. With an estimated population of 679,127 in June 2018. The Gold Coast is the 6th largest city in Australia. The Gold Coast is a major tourist destination with a sunny, subtropical climate and has become widely known for its world-class surfing beaches, high-rise dominated skyline, theme parks, nightlife, and rainforest hinterland. Around 10 million tourists visit the Gold Coast area every year. Gold Coast Airport provides connection across Australia and internationally with airlines including Flyscoot, Jetstar, Qantas, Air New Zealand, Virgin Australia, and AirAsia X. Brisbane Airport is less than 1 hour from the centre of Gold Coast. Tourism is Gold Coast City's main industry, generating a total of $2.5 billion in revenue per annum. Gold Coast will be one of the 3 zones for the 2032 Summer Olympics and 2032 Summer Paralympics. Number 4. Great Ocean Road. The Great Ocean Road is an Australian national heritage. 240-kilometre stretch of road along the southeastern coast of Australia, between the Victorian cities of Torquay and Allansford. Built by returned soldiers between 1919 and 1932 and dedicated to soldiers killed during World War I. This road is the world's largest war memorial. Winding through varying terrain along the coast and providing access to several prominent landmarks, including the 12 Apostles limestone stack formations. The road is an important tourist attraction in the region. In 2004, the Great Ocean Walk opened, connecting 104 kilometers of walking trails that follow the coastline near the Great Ocean Road, stretching from Apollo Bay to the 12 Apostles. Number 3. Kangaroo Island. Kangaroo Island, also known as Karta Pentingda, is Australia's 3rd largest island, after Tasmania and Melville Island. It lies in the state of South Australia, 112 kilometres southwest of Adelaide. Its closest point to the mainland is Snapper Point in Backstairs Passage, which is 13.5 kilometres from the Fleurieu Peninsula. The island's economy is principally agricultural, with a southern rock lobster fishery, and with tourism growing in importance. The largest town, and the administrative centre, is Kingscote. The island has several nature reserves to protect the remnants of its natural vegetation and native animals, with the largest and best known being Flinders Chase National Park at the western end. Numerous ships have been wrecked on the Kangaroo Island coastline. The first lighthouse built was erected at Cape Willoughby in 1852, This was also the first lighthouse to be erected in South Australia. The island has 30 wine growers and 12 wineries. Kangaroo Island is noted for its honey and its Ligurian honeybees. The island has the world's only purebred and disease-free population of this type of bee. The exporting of purebred queen bees is a notable industry for the island. Number 2, Melbourne. Melbourne is the capital and most populous city of the Australian state of Victoria, and the second most populous city in both Australia and Oceania. The city occupies much of the northern and eastern coastlines of Port Phillip Bay, and spreads into the Mornington Peninsula, West Gippsland, as well as the hinterlands towards the Yarra Valley, the Dandenong and Macedon Ranges. It has a population over 5 million, mostly residing to the east side of the city centre, and its inhabitants are commonly referred to as Melburnians. Melbourne is home to many of Australia's best-known landmarks, such as the Melbourne Cricket Ground, the National Gallery of Victoria, and the World Heritage-listed Royal Exhibition Building. Noted for its cultural heritage, the city gave rise to Australian rules football, Australian Impressionism, and Australian cinema, and has more recently been recognized as a UNESCO City of Literature and a global center for street art, live music and theater. Melbourne has a temperate oceanic climate, bordering on a humid subtropical climate, with warm summers and mild winters. Melbourne has minimal public housing and high demand for rental housing, which is becoming unaffordable for some. Number 1, Sydney. Sydney is the capital city of the state of New South Wales, and the most populous city in both Australia and Oceania. Located on Australia's east coast, the metropolis surrounds Port Jackson and extends about 70 kilometers on its periphery towards the Blue Mountains to the west, Hawkesbury to the north, the Royal National Park to the south, and MacArthur to the southwest. As of June 2021, Sydney's estimated metropolitan population was 5,231,147, meaning the city is home to approximately 66% of the state's population. Nicknames of the city include the Emerald City and the Harbour City. Sydney surpasses both New York City and Paris real estate prices, having some of the most expensive in the world. Sydney is one of the most expensive real estate markets globally. It is only second to Hong Kong, with the average property costing 14 times the annual Sydney salary. There were 451,000 businesses based in Sydney in 2011, including 48% of the top 500 companies in Australia and 2/3 of the regional headquarters of multinational corporations. Sydney is a gateway to Australia for many international visitors. The visitors spent a total of $5.9 billion. Popular destinations include the Sydney Opera House, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, Watson's Bay, The Rocks, Sydney Tower, Darling Harbour, the State Library of New South Wales, the Royal Botanic Garden, the Australian Museum, the Museum of Contemporary Art, the Art Gallery of New South Wales, the Queen Victoria Building, Sea Life Sydney Aquarium, Taronga Zoo, Bondi Beach, and Sydney Olympic Park. What do you think about this video? Which of the top 10 best places in Australia you find most interesting? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.